Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dahari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dahari Yasodanandana Raja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Raja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Raja Janaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachahari Jamuna Tira Vanachahari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Astataroshri Shamad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki, Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita ki, ISKCON Delhi Yatra ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we continue on this most auspicious Sri Ekadasi to read from the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, and then we'll attempt to try to speak some words based on what we read or other points. So we're continuing on the chapter entitled Preaching to America, part number 1. Due to zoning restrictions, the devotees were not allowed to use the Berkeley temple as a residence. But since no suitable rooms were immediately available in the neighborhood, the devotees decided to accommodate Srila Prabhupada and his personal staff in the temple for the few days of his visit, hoping the authorities wouldn't find out. But on the first night at 2 a.m., the police came by to check. Srila Prabhupada was already up, working at his Bhagavatam translation, when the police knocked loudly on the outside door near his room. Young Mike, who was to receive initiation in a few days, had been posted as a guard. He opened the door and 3 flashlights shone into his face. The officers entered and showed their credentials. "You are not supposed to be sleeping in here," one of them said roughly. "I wasn't," said Mike. "Come on, we saw you in your sleeping bag." "No," Mike protested. "I was just lying there because I am guarding my spiritual master." Srila Prabhupada could easily hear the disturbance just outside his room. Other devotees who were spending the night in the building with Prabhupada came out of their rooms and tried reasoning with the officers about the special occasion of the spiritual master's visit. One of the policemen began roaming around, checking in corners with his flashlight, opening doors. Now all the devotees in the building, about half a dozen, were standing with the policeman in the hall outside Prabhupada's room. "Where's the old man?" one of the policemen asked. Bahulaswa, the temple president, requested them not to disturb Srila Prabhupada. But the policemen made no attempt at politeness. They were in fact overly nasty. One policeman banged on the window to Prabhupada's room. "Don't disturb him," Bahulasva requested. He is a very elderly man. He is not sleeping. These are the hours in which he writes, and all these men are his personal entourage. They are staying here to help him. We are not violating the rules." Unquote. Suddenly, one of the policemen opened Prabhupada's door and shone his light in on Prabhupada's face. All three policemen peered in, while Srila Prabhupada looked up at them, concerned, yet detached. The policeman shone his flashlight into the corners of Prabhupada's simple, dimly lit room. No one said anything, and after about 10 seconds, they shut the door. The police officers and the devotees continued arguing, the devotees contending that they were not using the building as a residence, the police citing infractions and taking down notes. Warning that they would be back, they finally left. The incident had constituted about a half-hour interruption of Prabhupada's work. But as the building became quiet again, Prabhupada continued translating the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam and speaking his purports into the dictating machine. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Apatitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. This kind of incident will never ever happen in India, because the natural nature of the residents of Bharata Bhumi, which is here, people respect saintly persons. So one time our late Sri Naji Prabhu, Dr. N.D. Desai. So he had various vehicles, and one of the vehicles that was, well, even now you see it, but the popular vehicle those days in India was the Ambassador. Ambassador? Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada was on his morning walk in Nariman Point, the downtown Mumbai. Yeah. So after the walk, Srila Prabhupada has the tendency to walk before the disciples who walk with him. They're always on the side or behind him. So after the walk, Srila Prabhupada, he came back to the ambassador vehicle and he opened the back door and it opened and he sat in the back seat where he was sitting. So then the devotee who was the driver of the car, he was lagging behind. So then Srila Prabhupada's secretary sat next to him in the back seat and they were waiting for the driver. So then another two Indian gentlemen, they came to the same car, and they opened the front door and they opened the front passenger door and they entered and they sat. And they sat in the back. Oh, Swamiji, you want a ride back to your ashram? We will be so honored to take you back to your ashram. So Srila Prabhupada opened the door of the wrong car. But that's the culture in India. So then Srila Prabhupada said, oh, okay. I'm sitting, all these ambassadors look the same. They're all whitish. So then the driver came and the other servant came and they went to the right car and they are like waiting for Prabhupada and they don't know where Prabhupada is. But he's sitting in the car. So these two gentlemen, one started the car, and then they asked, Swamiji, so where's your vehicle? Oh, just down there. You go and drive. Because you can see the servant and the driver is waiting, like that. So they came there and they stopped, and Srila Prabhupada said, we will see you at the temple. And he drove off. The first Harinam Sankirtan, this is the week for the Holy Name Week, was not in Tompkins Square Park. The first time they went out, one of the devotees at that time, the early disciples named Hayagriva Prabhu. So he arranged it. So even up to today, when they have the Ratha Yatra in New York City, the Ratha Yatras go down Fifth Avenue. Sometimes at that time they consider this is the most important street in the world. Go down Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, New York. And then the Ratha Yatra festival stops at what is called Washington Square Park, which is not Tompkins Square Park. So in Washington Square, there's a park. So Srila Prabhupada and the first outside Harinam Sankirtan party went to Washington Square Park before they went more regularly to Tompkins Square Park. So this is the first out of Harinam to Washington Square Park. So Srila Prabhupada, he gathered the devotees and Hayagriva arranged it and they did Sankirtan, chanting the holy name on the grass in Washington Square Park. See? So same story. So two policemen came like that. And the policemen came and they saw the devotees chanting. So the policeman saw that the leader is this, elderly Indian gentleman, and everyone's like, he's like the whirl of the lotus, and everyone is like the petals around him. Very nice. He's like the central world. From the central world, the petals grow. So Hayagriva noticed, and he went to the policeman before the policeman would come to interrupt Srila Prabhupada. They were very, very sensitive and considerate that Prabhupada should not be disturbed in any way, like what we read here. So Hayagriva went to the policeman and he said, look, we're just chanting God's names, and he started to explain. So the policeman was also considerate. He said, look, I have no difficulty that you're chanting God's names, because people do lots of other silly and crazy things, but at least you're chanting God's names. But you see that sign there. It says, and Hayagriva's reading, what does it say? So Hayagriva, it says, keep off the grass. See? And the policeman is waiting. See? Now they must have saw the sign and they're sitting in the grass, on the grass. So then Hayagriva came to Srila Prabhupada and said something. And Prabhupada was aware, so he looked, oh yeah, keep off the grass. So Prabhupada said, yes, we have to follow the law. Okay. Then they followed Srila Prabhupada, and he sat on the walkway where there's no grass. And he said, we shall sit here, and they continued chanting for about another half an hour. Like that. And the policeman became puzzled. He's like, okay, keep off the grass. But it doesn't say keep off the walkway. Prabhupada's kind of common sense thing, So the policeman was confused. Oh, keep off the grass. There's no sign to keep off the walkway. Like that. Then Prabhupada said, okay, stop the chanting, and some people gathered there, like that. And then Prabhupada said, Hayagriva, speak. Why are we chanting? So Hayagriva gave a short talk for about another 10 minutes, and then Prabhupada said, okay, let's go back. First Sankirtan, out there, Washington Square Park in New York City. Tamal Krishna Goswami was quite close to Srila Prabhupada in various ways. And those who know Tamal Krishna Goswami, he is a person that can get angry very quickly. But that nature was used by Srila Prabhupada in very expert ways by Srila Prabhupada. And one time Srila Prabhupada said that Tamal Krishna Goswami is a person that can walk through fire and not get burnt. He was that type of bold person. Yeah. And even with his relationship with Srila Prabhupada, he was very bold. He didn't care for the secretary or the assistant or the servant. He just mows his way through. Prabhupada, I'm here. Okay, come. And he speaks. So, one time the remittances to the BBT was kept in a separate account due to the preaching of the Radha Damodar traveling Sankirtan party. It was a huge party, like practically almost like 20 buses going from city to city, college to college, university to university in the 70s. Huge. And making hundreds of devotees who were becoming initiated by Srila Prabhupada. But Tamal Krishna Goswami was also a very astute businessman. So he kept the remittances of the book distribution because they were leading it, like they were distributing over 100,000 Bhakti Gardens a month. And so many books. So the remittance was kept there, but not put in the book fund account of Srila Prabhupada, and then to the BBT. So Srila Prabhupada wanted the Radha Damodar remittances to the BBT to be put first in his book fund account, and then he will decide on the BBT. So one time in Los Angeles, Srila Prabhupada, he called for Tamal Krishna Goswami to visit, to see him for a few days. He was out, but he had left the Radha Damodar party, and he came to meet Srila Prabhupada in Los Angeles. So when he arrived, he told the personal servant, who had a bit of a dislike for Tamal Krishna Goswami. He told the servant that when Tamal Krishna Goswami comes, you make sure he gets the best room to stay in. And he has one of you should delegate to always be his constant attendant for whatever he needs. Okay. So the servant looked at Srila Prabhupada and said, Srila Prabhupada, he's my godbrother. He's my godbrother, and then how can I say another godbrother to serve Tamal Krishna Goswami? He's also a godbrother. Prabhupada said, do it. Because Prabhupada knew he had a dislike for Tamal Krishna Goswami. So then he arranged, accordingly, Tamal Krishna Goswami came, like that. And the next day, after he took rest, Prabhupada was very gracious and cordial with him in the morning, Mangalati and so forth. And he asked Tamal Krishna Goswami, so what time do you take lunch? So he asked Srila Prabhupada, what time do you take lunch? Srila Prabhupada said, that's not the question I asked you. I asked you, what time do you take lunch? He said, generally I take lunch at 2 o'clock. Then he said, then you come for lunch will be served. So he knew that Prabhupada sometimes takes lunch earlier. So he was thinking that Prabhupada will take lunch first, and after Prabhupada takes lunch, he takes lunch, and then Prabhupada will call him. So Prabhupada called the personal servant, and he said, you arrange for 2 plates. One is my regular plates, and you arrange some nice plate that is matching. That is matching. Okay. So this servant was confused. He said, Srila Prabhupada, for who? Srila Prabhupada said, do it. So he did it. So lunchtime came, and Srila Prabhupada called the cook personally and arranged for some extra preparations and so forth. So the servant brought in, and Prabhupada is getting ready to honor prasadam. So Prabhupada chanting his Gayatri, and the servant is waiting. And he said, Srila Prabhupada, can I call the guest now? Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada said, yes, you use the right word. A guest must always be treated with great care because I am the host. Prabhupada, who's the guest? Tamal Krishna Goswami. Go and call him. So the servant said, but Srila Prabhupada, but no buts, go and call him. So Prabhupada came, at least Tamal Krishna Goswami came and sat with Srila Prabhupada. So he was about to serve Srila Prabhupada first. Prabhupada said, no, guest first. And Tamal Krishna Goswami was embarrassed. No, Srila Prabhupada, you're my spiritual master, you should. No, guest first. I'm telling him that you're the guest, you're not his godbrother, you guest. So the servant reluctantly, he said, Prabhupada said, with affection. So So he served Tamal Krishna Swami and Prabhupada was served, and then they said the prayers and they started honoring prasadam. So the servant was really getting purified. So after some time, prasadam was over, so Prabhupada washed up, Tamal Krishna Goswami washed up, and then Prabhupada said, okay, come, we will relax. After prasadam, you relax. So Tamal Krishna Goswami was on the same level as Srila Prabhupada against a bolster pillow. And Srila Prabhupada looked at the servant without motioning out. So the servant said, Srila Prabhupada, what if you need anything? Then Srila Prabhupada said, no, I need him, not you. Out. And then Srila Prabhupada told him that we have some business to discuss. Then after that, Srila Prabhupada requested Tamal Krishna Goswami, after asking him how's the Radha Damodar traveling Sankirtan party, so Tamal Krishna Goswami gave a report, he sent live in Srila Prabhupada, and how many books and how many BTGs you distributed. Prabhupada became very enlivened. Like that. Then Srila Prabhupada told Tamal Krishna Goswami, is it okay if I may request you that you transfer some money to my book fund, which will go to the construction for the Juhu temple in Mumbai. And some other funds will go to the construction of the temple in Vrindavan. Because Prabhupada used his book fund account, not the BBT, to send money. Okay. So Tamal Krishna Goswami realized that, Prabhupada is begging him. Prabhupada is begging him. Then he said, but Srila Prabhupada, you went to all this arrangement that you had a nice room for me and a constant attendant, and then I honored prasadam just to ask me this? Srila Prabhupada said, yes, business is business. See? And then Srila Prabhupada gave the example, just like one businessman will meet another businessman in a restaurant. And they're very careful how he deals because he wants to strike the deal. So he said, what to do? I have to deal with all of you like this. But Prabhupada, you could have asked. No, you all are working so hard. I'm just sitting here, getting the result and enjoying it and telling where to go, what to do. So Tamal Krishna Goswami, he doesn't usually cry. He doesn't expose himself. So Prabhupada saw one tear fell. Then Prabhupada said, that money into my book fund, when? Oh, Prabhupada, it could be like yesterday, why didn't you tell me? Okay, today will be okay. You put it in today. Like that. And then he went back to the Radha Damodar party. So we have come a long way since those days with Srila Prabhupada and his fledgling, formative, international Society for Krishna Consciousness with the devotees. Like that. So in other words, the culture is there. The culture is there, so we have to bring out that culture more and more amongst ourselves, which may not have been there in that sense. 3 devotees personally told me, Grace Madhu Yamuna was also late, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami, and His Holiness Giriraj Swami, because they spent considerable time with Srila Prabhupada, serving Srila Prabhupada in India. Yeah. So they all told me that Srila Prabhupada said that it is not sufficient to be Krishna conscious. It is more sufficient to be conscious. Then you can be Krishna conscious. So when we are conscious, Srila Prabhupada explained, we have to be conscious of the culture of Krishna consciousness. Going with the philosophy comes the practice, which is the culture of Krishna consciousness. And all three of these are wonderful, very, senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada told them that if you want to learn the culture of Krishna consciousness and not just be Krishna conscious, you must come to India and stay in India. You'll naturally get it. So when His Holiness Giriraj Swami was explaining that to me, he couldn't really understand it until he came to India in 1970 with those first team of devotees that accompanied Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. And then one time Srila Prabhupada was with the devotees in the Mahakumbha Mela in Allahabad. Prayag, Allahabad. So there, for some reason, His Holiness Giriraj Swami had to leave early. From the Kumbh Mela and go back to Mumbai to do some service for Srila Prabhupada. So he was looking for some transportation. Now they all knew in India and so forth. So finally he found one cycle rickshaw wala. Cycle, not auto rickshaw. Again. And it was very early in the morning. So he woke him up and he couldn't speak Hindi. So he's trying to tell him, look, 5 rupee, 5 rupee. He's trying to tell him, I have money. Can you take me to railway station? All this far away. So the first thing is that he could detect by his actions. The first thing is that the rickshawala, auto rickshawala, became very angry with him. He said, hey, Maharaj, because he's wearing saffron. And he's a brahmachari. Maharaj, why you disturb me? I'm taking my rest because I have to wake up early. I have to get up early the next day because of snan. Because of snan. Bathing at the appointed time. Like that. So then he said, no, I give you more money. I need to go. No. Don't need money. Snan. Okay. So at that time, Giriraj Swami realized this is the culture of India. This is the culture. Even the rickshawala, who was a bicycle rickshawala, not auto, he understands the importance of moksha, liberation. He understands that importance. And then Giriraj Swami was telling me that I offered him more money. He said, no. I won't go. Okay. After my snan. So he waited then, after the snan, the rickshawala came and he said, how much you want? He said, first amount, 5 rupee. You give, I take. Because you sadhu, I can see. So in India, you can naturally, fit into the culture of Krishna consciousness. So definitely, you can fit in the culture of Krishna consciousness. Okay, if you have any comments or questions you'd like to ask, we can take them now. Anyone? You can ask any question of. Somebody is having some microphone somewhere. Can you hear it? Oh, he has the microphone. Anybody has a comment, a question you'd like to share? Okay, this side. Then after that you can give the microphone to Krishna Priya. Who's first? Okay, Krishna Priya first.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much. Maharaj, you narrated very nicely. I mean, we were there. Like you were saying, Leela about Prabhupada, We were there. We entered. Thank you, Maharaj. Explained so nicely. So I wanted to ask, like you said, Tamal Krishna Maharaj can walk through fire unburned. Can you explain this, Maharaj?
Yes. Srila Prabhupada was trying to get land to build a temple in Mayapur for many, many years. Even prior to going to the Western world. You're trying to secure some land, even before 1965. But he was always unsuccessful. Srila Prabhupada told His Holiness Giriraj Swami in Mumbai that in Mumbai you have to be careful of how you reciprocate and how you associate with the office of the commissioner. The sheriff of Bombay, police commissioner. You have to be careful for that, and you also have to be careful they have their hands in the municipality. So just be careful how you be nice, but keep a respectful distance. And Srila Prabhupada said that in Mayapur, Navadvip, you have to be careful for how you relate to my God brothers. Be respectful, but not intimate. And then Srila Prabhupada said in Vrindavan, you have to be careful how you relate to the caste Goswami families. Be respectful, at the same time, don't get too intimate. So based on that experience of Srila Prabhupada, that he was not getting much land for ISKCON when he became that world acharya, like that, there was always challenge for him, like that. In other words, his God brothers were always not allowing that ISKCON gets some land, because they were practically on the land and next to it. You'll see one small Gaudiya Math temple between the long building and you'll see that land? They have that. And then just down the road you'll see another Gaudiya Math temple. So they were holding. Yeah. So they told the Muslim farmers who owned that land not to give to A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So Srila Prabhupada had the burning desire. And then he wrote a letter, and I have that letter with me there. Okay, if we don't get land in Mayapur, let's get lots of land in Birnagar, the birthplace of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He thought he was like not going to get any land in Mayapur. So let's make our world headquarters in Birnagar. It's also a holy place. When you go to Mayapur, you go past Birnagar, and then Krishna Nagar, and you come. Because it's the birthplace of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yeah. So he was practically feeling hopeless. Yeah. Then Tamal Krishna Goswami, he was seeing how Srila Prabhupada was feeling hopeless. Like that. See? Then Tamal Krishna Goswami told Srila Prabhupada something to the effect, not that he was proud, or not that he was puffed up, but he said, Srila Prabhupada, we are still Americans. Americans. And we Americans, we can do anything anywhere. Then it like clicked to Srila. Okay. Now you prove that you're American, you can do anything anywhere. Srila Prabhupada, what do you want? I want land in Mayapur. Yes, Prabhupada, we'll get the land for you. See? So Srila Prabhupada said how to do it. How to do it. So he went with another assistant devotee and they tied the money on the waist, cash money. Prabhupada is sitting in the Albert Road Temple in Calcutta, tying the money. Look a little fat, two devotees. Then Srila Prabhupada said, this is the address of the Muslim owners. you must only meet them at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I have arranged for the local police chief to be there. Because the police chief in Navadvip liked Srila Prabhupada. Because he knew, he's taking Sanatana Dharma, Gaudiya Vaishnava, but he knew that he also, these acharyas of the Gaudiya Math are very powerful people. Very, very powerful people. So the police chief with his constables in the rice field at 1 o'clock in the morning with candlelight, signing the deal. So Tamal Krishna Goswami and his assistant came back to Calcutta, and Prabhupada never slept, waiting, whole night, early morning, like that. He walked in, offered full dandavats. Prabhupada, the land is yours. That's how we got the first 3 to 5 acres or something where Prabhupada's bhajan kutir. Land is yours. Then Srila Prabhupada said, yes, you have proved the Americans can do anything. So at that time, Prabhupada said, he can walk through fire and not get burnt.
Thank you, Maharaj.
And now we have 650 acres of land. Because once you got your footprint there, footprint? Then you move with your footprint and get more land, more footprint. That's how it worked. That initial land was most important to get. And that was the biggest parcel of land any Gaudiya Math or any Gaudiya Vaishnava. It is biggest. They usually take half an acre, 1 acre. Then the headquarters of the Chaitanya Saraswat Math and Gaudiya, they bought more and more land. With Srila Bhakti, then they got more and more land around.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, grateful for the wonderful presentation. One thing that struck me was when you said that Prabhupada said business is business. That's something kind of stayed with me. I'm linking 2 points, this same point and the fact that you said that it is not sufficient to be Krishna conscious. It is more sufficient to become conscious.
Be conscious in terms of the culture of
Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'm just wondering, connecting these 2 points of business is business and culture of Krishna consciousness, sometimes when we are performing activities which are not seemingly externally Krishna conscious, but are effectively Krishna conscious, we end up being clumsy, forgetful, make mistakes. So elsewhere I've heard that Prabhupada said that first be conscious, then become Krishna conscious. So I just wanted to understand this from a perspective that, because I personally am speaking for myself, that I have a tendency to sometimes be forgetful, be disorganized, make stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
So how does one connect that?
You see, it's like this. Now, if I walk past you, right, and you tell me Hare Krishna Maharaj, and I just look at your face and I walk away, what that means?
You're not conscious.
I'm not conscious that you are greeting me.
Yes.
Right? But you can be conscious, maybe Maharaj is worried about something. Maharaj is worried about something. So later when you speak to Maharaj, you say, oh Bhagavad Swami, I greeted you half an hour ago, you didn't greet me back. Oh yes, I was absorbed in my thoughts. So if we become sensitive to the needs and stress and distress of others, that is culture. See? In other words, don't find fault with somebody who's treating you badly. Find out why are they doing that, that's leading them to that, and help them. Normally you'll say, this Maharaj, he is such an impersonal person. I said, Hare Krishna, he just walked past, and all the news goes around. Instead of coming to Maharaj later on, look Maharaj, I greeted you, what happened? You didn't greet me back. I'm giving a simple example. See? So that means you have to be conscious that the other person is not conscious. So when you know that the other person is not conscious, then you are conscious. But if he didn't greet you, what's with him? He didn't greet me back as if I'm a non-entity or something. I have an identity. I'm also a nice devotee. What's wrong with Maharaj? See, you have to be conscious that others are not conscious, and then clarify the situation why they were not conscious, because they were conscious of something else in that time. Their thoughts may have gone somewhere else. See? Like that. So I'll tell you how this works. If you're very attached to somebody, and you'll do anything, you'll sacrifice anything, you'll sacrifice things that you don't like to do, you'll do it to please the other person. Like that. So sometimes Srila Prabhupada, he used to be with his disciples, like that. See? But no disciple, even up to today, no disciple of Srila Prabhupada said, Srila Prabhupada ignored or neglected me. But Srila Prabhupada did that. He did that. Sometimes he'll be in a meeting with some disciples and he'll never talk to the one person all the time. And the person goes on, now what did I do wrong? Understand? He wouldn't say, why Srila Prabhupada neglected? He wouldn't say. Why? Because he has attachment. He has Guru Nistha. He has attachment for Prabhupada. So he knows Prabhupada is doing that for his purification, not that Prabhupada is neglecting me. So it's based on that kind of relationship also. See? Like if a non-devotee neglects you when you greet, well, it's okay, he doesn't know. But if a devotee neglects you when you greet, you feel hurt. But you should find out, how can I help this? You should be conscious that they are not conscious of you. That's the way of culture. Are we all right? Okay. So remind me, I'm going to tell you one not so well-known anecdote about business and preaching in relation to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami. At the end, I'll end with that. Any other comments or questions? Microphone here by.
I'm sorry, before I give the mic to Prabhuji, I just wanted to understand this aspect of my personally being clumsy and disorganized.
You see, the goal of life is not perfection. The goal of life is not perfection. Yeah. There's one place, it's a lesser known place, now maybe known. Those days when I used to live in Vrindavan, something like 30 years ago, between Nandagram and Jawat, there's a place called Kadamba. You're all aware of it, right? But those days, even the Vrajmanda Parikrama could not go there. It was all forest, bush, wild animals and like that. So there's a place nearby Kadamba that's called Anjanavan. Anybody been there? It's a less known place. Yeah. So Srimati Radharani, she used to meet Krishna at this rendezvous called Anjanavan, which is near Kadamba. See? So that's between Jawat and Nandagram. So you can go to the small temple today there, and they say that same rock, like a blackish rock, it never diminishes. You put a little water and you make a paste, Prem Anjana Churiti Bhakti Vilochana. Prem Anjana. Anjana means to decorate the eyes with the salve of love. Shanta Shadeva Hridayo Shivilokaya Pramanjana Churiti Bhakti Vilochana. So Srimati Radharani usually comes earlier for the rendezvous, and she was making this, what is it, kajal? Black ointment. Maskar, you know maskar? Yeah, around the eyes. She was making that, and she had that in her left hand. Srimati Radharani is ambiguous, like what she can do with the left hand, she can do with the right hand too. She's like that. Yeah. So she had the kajal in her left hand and taking the kajal or maskar and applying it, because it's all natural, and applying it to her right eye. See? And a mirror is the kund. You know the kund? This is a small kund you can go to. A mirror is the kund. So she's looking in the kund. And while she's decorating her left eye, Krishna comes from behind and he looks, and she can see him in the kund. But she didn't finish or complete preparing herself to meet Krishna. Like that. But he's here. Like that. So she quickly washes her left hand, and she only decorated one right eye. And then she turns around and she looks at Krishna. And he starts laughing and laughing and laughing. Hey, Pagla, one eye only. It's like, hey, are you crazy? I'm here. But he knows she was busy like that. Now imagine you put kajal or maskar in one eye and walk around. It looks a little strange, right? And he was laughing and laughing and laughing. And while laughing and laughing and laughing, his eyes became closed. When you laugh and laugh, your eyes close, you'll go backwards and, like that. She disappeared. She was so angry with him, she disappeared. Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make, that Radharani is full of all the secondary rasas. She brought hasya ras, like the laughing ecstasy to Krishna, and she disappeared. See? Then when she disappeared, who is she? Krishna started crying. And when he started crying, that maskar that was in Radharani's left hand, he went for that thing. It was all dissolving in the kund. He took that and his face all over, this, that. It became more blacker than black. Then she came. And then she started laughing. Because she was hiding in the bushes and she saw that her pram, that kajal or maskar, Krishna is taking that, he's missing her so much, and she started laughing. Like that. And then he became angry. Yeah. So the point is that there's no perfection. You don't have to, although we have a book called Path of Perfection, that's not the issue here. You should not look for perfection in Krishna consciousness. The only thing we need in Krishna consciousness is devotion, not perfection. You heard of Kutila, Jyotila, Jyotila, mother in Java, right? Radharani's in-law and mother-in-law and sister. So Jyotila is always half blind. Yeah. So when Jyotila sees Abhimanyu, she sees double. She sees double. Abhimanyu is Krishna's shadow. So when she sees double, she tells Kutila, hey, Krishna. So Kutila says, where's Krishna? That's Abhimanyu. No, it's Krishna. Because I saw two forms, double. But she's half blind. She's not perfect. And this Kutila is a real Kuti, Kutinati, she's a real heavy politician, very heavy. Kuti, diplomatic. Yeah. She's not perfect. She has this lower nature of trying to catch Krishna. Radharani, very heavy. So it is known that Krishna is more pleased with their rebukes and with their not being favorable to Krishna meeting Radharani, then all the praise of the Vedas personified. See? So we are not looking for perfection, we're looking for devotion, even directly, indirectly, favorably or unfavorably, that pleases Krishna. Okay? So give microphone.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj. Nice class. Maharaj, how we can imbibe the same kind of dedication, enthusiasm like Prabhupada disciples they had for Prabhupada, that kind of love. We don't see so much these days, that kind of love for Prabhupada they had. So is there any way we can also have the same kind of love or dedication for our work?
You're talking about we or I? You say like that?
Yeah, myself. I can say myself, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Love for Srila Prabhupada begins with love for the devotees and non-devotees. So love for Srila Prabhupada means what is the consciousness of Srila Prabhupada. And the consciousness of Srila Prabhupada is, para dukkha dukhi. See? So, everyone is running after Krishna. And Krishna is running after Srimati Radharani. See? And when Krishna catches up with Srimati Radharani, she tells Krishna, look, I am very busy. So Krishna said, look, I want to associate with, no, I am very busy. So Krishna asks Srimati Radharani, what are you busy doing? Although he knows. Now I'm busy collecting the love of the devotees to offer to you. So by collecting the bhakti, and she's Bhakti Shakti herself, collecting the devotion of the devotees to offer you, I'm very busy doing that. So Krishna responds, yes, because you're busy doing that, I'm becoming more and more mad after you to be with you. Okay. Then Srimati Radharani says that I cannot really be with you until the very last one. Until the very last one in the material world, who was a potential devotee and still not a devotee yet, we can take some of that Bhakti Shakti and offer to you. So I'm very, very busy. See? So then Krishna becomes very attracted. She's like pulling Krishna. Look, I need your Sangha, I need your association. Yeah. So that's when Krishna transforms into the personality of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, experiencing the consciousness of Radharani to collect the love of all the devotees to offer to Krishna. So he becomes Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So similarly, everyone is running after Krishna, Krishna is running after Radharani, and when he actually wants to experience her magnanimity, Namo Mahavadanyaya, then Krishna experiences her magnanimity by transforming into Sri Krishna Chaitanya or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah. So if you are busy preaching in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will meet you one day on the street or somewhere. And he'll say, look, can I be with you? I'm talking about within ISKCON. Be with you. So you're going to say, oh, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I'm always with you. But right now, on a personal level, I cannot be with you because I'm very busy. I am very busy. So Mahaprabhu said, why don't you take a break? Why don't we spend some time together? No, I am very busy. And what are you busy doing? that let the last conditioned soul in this material world go back to Godhead, then only I will go. Then only I will come and associate with it. So that tejas, that shakti, that potency is the main consciousness of Srila Prabhupada. And that means being attached to Srila Prabhupada. I explained in our classes to the brahmacharis over the last few days that Srila Prabhupada has one very nice disciple named Vishal. You know him? So, yes. Always carries 2 Sankirtan bags, one across this way, one across that way. So during Srila Prabhupada's time, and when he was residing in Vrindavan at times, Vishal used to also stay in Vrindavan with Srila Prabhupada, with his wife. Her name is Vishalini. Prabhupada named initially Vishal and Vishalini. So one time I was interacting with, Vishal, when I was serving as president in the Krishna Balaram Mandir some 17 years ago. Yeah. He said, "Hey Prabhu, I'm president." I said, "Yeah, I'm president." Oh. So he was talking. Yeah. So he always speaks about Srila Prabhupada. Something comes up. Yeah. So Vishal said, "You know me, right?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You know I don't fear, right?" I said, "Yes, you don't fear." He said, "Yes, during Srila Prabhupada's time, I feared no secretary and no servant. If I want to go open Prabhupada's door, I'll go right in." So one time he did that, and Vishal is here. So Vishal, what is your question now? Yeah. So Vishal boldly asked Srila Prabhupada, "Srila Prabhupada, how do you define a devotee? How do you define ISKCON? And how do you define the activities of ISKCON? And how do you define the activities of a devotee?" Then Srila Prabhupada, with his eyes wide, he is saying, Prabhupada was so happy that Vishal asked that question. And Prabhupada gave a 6-word sutra. Yeah. And Prabhupada said, the activity of ISKCON and activity of devotee in ISKCON is chant Hare Krishna, spread Hare Krishna. Six words. So if you simply do these things now, chanting Hare Krishna means book distribution and also and spreading, the Sankirtan movement. So if you simply engage in these 6 words with its extended activities, that is love for Prabhupada. See? So one time, Srila Prabhupada he came to London in 1969, 1970, and those couples were sent. Mukunda and Janaki, Gurudas and Madhu Yamuna, and Shyama Sundar and Madhumalati. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada was staying if you say ground floor, first floor, in one room. And he came out of the balcony. And then on the other balcony, the room next door also had a balcony. And in that room, Madhu Yamuna was staying. So she also came out of the balcony, same time, simultaneously. So Prabhupada looked at her and she looked at Prabhupada. And Prabhupada did not say anything like that. Then she looked again at Srila Prabhupada and put her head down. And then she said something from balcony to balcony on the same floor. Yeah. Then she told Srila Prabhupada, "I love you very much." Srila Prabhupada just replied in 3 words, "Yes, I know." Right? So Guru Das was in the room. Yamuna's husband. Yeah. So when she came in the room, she was completely visibly moved, started crying and everything. That Prabhupada said, "Yes, I know." 3 words. Yes, I know. He acknowledged, yes, I know. Yeah. So he asked, what happened? So she explained this simple exchange with Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. So somehow Guru Das, he knew that his wife is more advanced than him, even that time. He knew that Mother Yamuna had this kind of special relationship with Srila Prabhupada. So he may have told, others, like that. So the news spread all the way to Los Angeles. Prabhupada said this. Yes, I know. When Mother Yamuna said, I love you very much. Now everyone loves Srila Prabhupada, right? Everyone. This is clear. Yeah. Without whom we wouldn't be here today together. Yeah. So one Mataji, she also felt the same way. So when Srila Prabhupada came and he jumped off the car and he was about to go in, this Mataji offered obeisances right in front of him. Now Prabhupada can't move further. Because she may not get a chance to talk directly to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. And she was initiated, and that's the only time to talk to Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, what's the four regulative principles? And Amiranju chanted, she got a beads. But she never spoke anything else. So when she offered obeisances, Prabhupada had one flower in his hand. Like that. He threw it at her down, and the flower came to her hand because she was taking a little long to come up. So she picked up the flower and she looked at Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada looked at her, and she said, Srila Prabhupada, I love you very much. Then Srila Prabhupada looked at her as a well-wisher with great compassion, and he said, don't talk nonsense, do something practical. And that's the message. That you want to express your love to Srila Prabhupada, this is how you do it. In a general sense. But Srila Prabhupada reciprocated differently with different devotees. No, he said that instruction that Prabhupada gave her, don't talk something, do something. She's still in the movement. It kept her. I have to do something practical. Whereas Mother Yamuna was always doing something practical. So it's not like a sentimental feeling. It's the simplicity of the language of the heart to express your love in terms of the mood and mission of the consciousness of Srila Prabhupada. Is that okay? Yeah. So one last anecdote. The then Harikesh Swami, Srila Prabhupada made him like the formal new GBC for the USSR countries, like communist countries. That time it was very difficult to go in, very challenging. You have to go underground, you have to go incognito, you have to wear non-devotee clothes to preach there. So Srila Prabhupada made him the newly appointed GBC for the communist countries. Like, in a sense, like behind the Iron Curtain or whatever you call that. Yeah. So then he called, at that time, Gopal Krishna Prabhu. At that time. And he said, we know we have difficulties to preach in the communist countries, in the former Soviet Union. So Prabhupada instructed Gopal Krishna Prabhu at that time that because Harikesh is a newly appointed GBC, but he's like white-bodied, American-bodied, but you are Indian-bodied. So if you go to the communist countries, and because you are Indian-bodied, and you represent the BBT, you're not representing ISKCON, you go as a representative of the BBT, that these books we have. And you are Indian-bodied because this is going to do what they'll see, Indian culture. And at that time, Russia and India had very good relations. Probably even today, but they had very good relations. So then he said, okay, Gopal Krishna, you should wear a suit. You said Maharaj with suit? Your Guru Maharaj? You should wear a suit and you wear a tie. And you have your case. And you have your documents in there. And we'll give you the card. Bhakti Vedanta Book Trust. Mumbai. Sydney. Los Angeles. London. Representing all over the world. See? So then, Gopal Krishna Prabhu at that time, he felt, without Prabhupada knowing, Prabhupada asked him to go behind the iron to communist countries. So he thought, because His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami, he knows the etiquette, he kind of wants to follow the culture and the etiquette. Yeah. So he went to Harikesh Swami. And he said, I know you, the GBC, for the USSR, Soviet countries, but Prabhupada has instructed me to do like this. So I know I have to cooperate with you. I just have to get your permission and your blessing so I can go. Oh, Harikesh Swami became on fire. What? You can't do that. You know how sensitive is a priest that we get caught, we have a problem. Like that, see? So Harikesh Swami came to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada called Gopal Krishna Prabhu at that time, and they sat down. So after discussing, hearing Harikesh Swami's, and he had very valid concerns, very valid. We don't want the devotees to get persecuted or put in jail or killed, because they are communists, they are atheists. So we want to preach, but in a very hidden way. So everything he said was valid. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada looked at Harikesh Swami. He said, preaching is preaching. And then he looked at Gopal Krishna Prabhu and he said, business is business. And then he said, for business, you can go anywhere. But for preaching, they have to go through the GBC. The zone is there and they know best. This was told to me by Hari Sori Prabhu. So sometimes we have to do business is business and preaching is preaching. And the more we do business is business, the more we can facilitate the preaching, the less challenges you'll have. You all right? I think I took a little bit more time. Can I stop now? Yeah. Because there's no breakfast really. So what time is lunch? 1 o'clock. Shri Ekadasi Vrata ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vranda ki, Yatai Go Premanande, Hari Hari.